Hello, good day, viewers. Here is a very simple yet a controversial question. The question stated that, is the square root of I to the power of 4 the same thing as the square root of I all raised to the power of 4? This is a $1,000 question. Before I started proving whether they are true or not, let us remember this law of indices that stated that if you have square root of A raised to the power of x, this is always true for square root of A all raised to the power of x. Remember that square root can be transformed into an index form, which is 1 over 2. So this is the same thing as A to the power of x raised to the power of 1 over 2. And this is always true because square root of A is A raised to the power of 1 over 2, but we have another power x. So there is a law of exponent that says we can multiply these two powers together. So x times 1 over 2 is the same thing as x divided by 2. Therefore, we have A raised to the power of x over 2 here. The same thing, 1 over 2 times x will give us A raised to the power of x divided by 2. And we can use a number to prove this. So first we have a square root of 4 squared. Is this equal to square root of 4 all squared? Let's find out. You know that 4 squared is the same thing as 16, so we have square root of 16 to the left hand side. And to the right hand side, remember power of 2 will always eliminate square root. So we have 4 here. And to the left hand side, we have square root of 16, which is the same thing as 4. And 4 equal to 4. So if this is true, let's see whether this statement right here is really true or not. First of all, I want to simplify them the way they are. If I start from the left hand side, I want to simplify I to the power of 4 first. And you know that I to the power of 4 is equal to 1. This is always true. So if this is true, to the left hand side, we have square root of 1. And square root of 1 is equal to 1. So what about the right hand side? I want to simplify it the way it is. So I can write it as square root of I raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 2, because 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. And I can use one of the powers to eliminate the square root. And still we have I to the power of 2 left. And I to the power of 2 is equal to negative 1. And positive 1 is never equal to negative 1. So what is the problem right here? All right. Now to clear our doubts, let me use two different calculators. Let me start with the first one. Let me start with square root of I raised to the power of 4. What will this give us? Square root of I to the power of 4, it is equal to 1 from my calculator. So what if we have square root of I in bracket raised to the power of 4? So if I should add a bracket here and raise it to the power of 4, what will that give us? Wow, can you see that? It is equal to negative 1. But the former was positive 1. And negative 1 is never equal to positive 1. So now let me use another calculator, which is an online calculator and also a worldwide recognized calculator, Wolfram Alpha. So we conclude that this is not the same, but yet I want to hear your opinions. What can you say about this? I did the same or not the same? Thank you for watching and have a nice day.